Hi everyone, this is Dibin Jose and welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving a wonderful response in my previous video which described about how to overcome from depression. If at all you have not watched it yet, please go above and click on this link and watch it. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to use Zoom in the easiest way possible and how you can make your meetings in a professional way, and also what are the included feature, tips and tricks available in Zoom. Please don't forget to watch this video till the end. For the people who have not downloaded Zoom, this is the easiest way of downloading it for free. Please go and type in zoom.us/download, and this will be the option that you will have to click on. And when you click Zoom client for meetings, this is the latest version that they have, version 5.1.0, and an installer will come out. You will have to go and click on show in folder and a Zoom installer will come in. You will have to double click it and accordingly press install it, and after installation, as I have already downloaded it, a pop-up like this will come out. There are three options to sign in, or you can use your accounts here if at all you have one. I have, for the easiest access, I have taken Facebook, and it will redirect you to a particular page like this, and press open. Once you do that, it will automatically redirect you. As I've already used my Facebook account, that's why it seemed very easy. If you're doing it for the first time, there are chances that you will have to enter your username and password. Now the first thing that I will have to teach you is how to schedule a new meeting, and there is an option here that is called schedule meeting. You will have to click on it, and let me try to schedule a meeting for 2:45 now, and then recurring meeting. It would be better if at all you do it, as it's a free version. Like there are chances after 40 minutes your call might end. If at all you don't press recurring meeting, you won't be able to use the link again. So if at all you press this, after 40 minutes you can use the same link in order to continue your meeting, and the rest of the things remains the same. If at all you want to add this to your calendar as a reminder, and there are options for that here, and that is one part, and the rest remains to be easy. You can put your own password here. That can be, for example, I want to put as hello, so I can put that, and I can also generate automatically a meeting ID, or else I can use a personalized one. So here I'm using general automatically, and here is a video. Do you want your video to be on as soon as you switch to start the meeting? And what about the participants? So I keep it as off and I schedule it. So this is coming because I have scheduled to attach that with my calendar. So as of now I'm not doing it. So you can switch it off. Go to your start button and click on Zoom, start Zoom. This will be the page that is coming up, and make sure that you have logged in, and you will have to click on meetings. So this is the meeting that I have scheduled now, and I will have to click start. And you can also copy the invitation, and you can paste that in your social media in order to invite people. And in this case, just because I'm teaching you, I'm not doing that, but you can also do that. So here will be a pop-up that comes out. You will have to press join with computer audio, and here you can see that there are options of mute, and a green bar keeps on variating based on your what all you speak. That shows that your audio is active. You can also mute it, and here is a chance of starting your video. Now let's move on and learn what all are the different things that you can do here. The first is you can share your screen. So this remains to be one of the major feature when you are doing a meeting. You can share your screen. So this will be the option that you have. You can, for example, as of now I want to show you uh, my downloads. So I can press on that and share it. So right now the participants will be able to see this screen, and they will be able to adapt to it. And what all the clicks that I do here will automatically be visible to the people who are participants. So it's pretty much easy, and you can stop sharing here. Once you have done that, you have also access to whiteboards here. So if at all you want to keep your meetings engaging, you can choose to have whiteboards and share, and you can ask your participants to draw if at all they want to, or they can have text here like hello, and you can erase it and whatnot. So if somebody wants to highlight their name, so they can do that here. See, my name Jibin Jose is here, so any participant who drags this, their name will be here. So if at all you type this and you want to mention that this is by me, so that is also available. So for the participants who will be doing is, they will have to choose an option called annotation, and through annotation they will have to choose all of this. Now you can clear it and stop sharing. So this is an activity that you can perform in order to make your meeting engaging with your participants, rather keeping it very dead by just you speaking. You can keep it engaging by sharing your white screen. Now there are also options of chat where you can choose. So if at all there are multiple participants, you can also enable to have participants to talk privately, or if at all you want to do it to everyone, you can choose the option as everyone and press hello here, and that might be possible. And if at all you want to invite after getting in, you can invite through your contact or email. That is also possible. And these are the basic things. And recently a new feature of breakout rooms is being enabled in Zoom meetings. Now before, just because I've enabled it, you can see an option called breakout rooms. So I will also teach you how to enable breakout rooms here. So the first thing that you will have to do is to go to your home in the Zoom meeting and press on this settings button here, and you can see an option called general here. So below it you can see an option called view more settings. Just click on it. That will redirect you to a web browser. You can close this, and you will have to sign in again. So after signing in, this will be the page. You can see that my account has been signed in, and how do you want to enable it? That is what I'm going to teach you. So you will have to scroll down in the settings option under meetings. You will have to scroll down and check for breakout room, and you can check a breakout room here, and you can enable it. So most of you wouldn't have enabled it, so you can do that here, and make sure that you tick on this particular option, that is allow host to assign participants. That gives you to actually have a control over dividing the groups, as well as joining in multiple groups if you are the host. And make sure that you have the latest version, because this is only applicable for the latest version above 4.5.0. So make sure that it's an updated version and you enable it. So every meeting that you schedule after enabling this will have a breakout room. So once that is done, there will be a particular option here, that is breakout rooms, and when you click on it, it will give you a pop-up dialog box here. And then if at all you have multiple participants, just because I don't have anyone right now and this is just a trial, so you can increase the number here, and as soon as you increase, it will be written here that how many participants will be assigned. So that can be done automatically, or that can be done manually. Automatically it will divide the subgroups into like automatically, and manually you can drag in people and assign them particularly. So when I have been using this, I've used an option of manually because I can understand the people in and segregate groups accordingly. And you can create groups there, and you can see that I have an option of breakout room 1, breakout room 2 and 3. And if at all you want just to, you can delete it here, and you have 2 rooms here. And if at all you click on assign, you have participants here. You will see a pop-up message of names here. You can tick on the number of people you want in one, and when you click again into assign to, you will get a message. You will get a name list here, and you can again tick on the people whom do you want in room 2. So this is how you can create a room inside an existing Zoom meeting. This will be good for the people who want a discussion to happen in groups and come out. Like if at all you have made a teams inside your meeting and you want to segregate them and have a meeting individually, you can make this, and you can continue a meeting in a smooth way. Accordingly, if at all you allot, if you are the host, as I mentioned about the checklist there, that will enable you to enter into each uh, breakout meeting rooms, and like you can give them guidance or opinions. If you are the host or the teacher who is conducting the meeting, you can reach out to them and you can exit the room. And at the end, when you click close meeting, like by themselves they can exit the group and come back to the main meeting. Or else if at all you have ended up the meeting, after 60 seconds automatically all the participants will be redirected to the main meeting. So that's how the entire process of Zoom meeting breakout rooms happen. And one option that is much more required is recording. So the recording is an option if at all I want to. So you will have to unmute, and it has already started recording. It has already started recording, and you can pause and stop here accordingly, and that's how it goes. So if you stop here, after the meeting ends, on automatically a MP4 video format of this particular recording will be there in your documents, and you can upload them on YouTube for anybody who wants to keep it as a reference for their further discussions. So I can show you how I can end this meeting. You can go to the right end. If you individually want to leave this meeting, you can click on leave meeting, or you can click on end meeting for all, as you are the host. This particular option will only be available for the host, and you can click on this and the meeting will end. So this is the option when you have recorded it, and you can open your Zoom meeting recording here. So that's how it goes, and this is the easiest way you can work on Zoom, and you can engage your participants and make best use of it. And that's all. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure that you show your love for all the videos that I put. Thank you.